Alex Wisenhunt. I'm our Director of Sales Enablement at CaptivateIQ. CaptivateIQ is a commission software business, really helping businesses not only build incentive programs, but also understand the value and the triggers that we can have to help drive employee success and motivate them to really be successful in their teams. One of the things that I've found sort of as a trend for me joining teams has been starting up and scaling enablement organizations. And so I've had the opportunity to enter places that have enablement solutions in place as well as have had nothing in place. And I'm often looking for a couple things that really stand out to me around an enablement platform. And it's one, can I create a source of truth for my team? Does it fit within their workflows, and does it contain all of the information, the guidance, the learning, the various things that they need to be successful? And being all within one platform is a really critical thing for me. I joke I'd sometimes rather go build it in a Wikipedia or in Google Drive than to have 5 or 6 different platforms that sellers are having to hop back and forth between. So really looking for building that source of truth. The other is really equipping the sellers to have the ability to engage with audiences in really powerful ways, whether that be through voice, whether that be through email, whether that be through text, trying to find new ways in which platforms allow our sellers to take that source of truth, understand how to leverage it, and then engage with them in really impactful ways. Yeah, Highspot has really allowed us to jumpstart a lot of that. So at CaptivateIQ, the team was started about 8 months ago for the enablement function. And our big focus has been on changing our buyers, a buyer experience, and really equipping our sellers to move from, to be honest, a little bit of a reactive sale to a proactive and value-based selling model. And the team is exceptionally tenured. We've got an incredible sales organization. What we've really wanted to do is help them learn how to take what they're already really good at and provide some structure and foundations to up-level that just a small percent every time. And Highspot has really allowed us to come in and start providing those frameworks and the guidance, both in the sense of training and learning within the platform, but also in the sense of content and allowing us to have a structured set of content that they can use, that they know is up to date, that they know is valuable, that they can customize and share with prospects. But also some of the new digital sales rooms have been a really big factor for us of engaging with our sellers in really impactful ways. And from the kind of original pitch styles that we had all the way up to kind of some of the new capabilities around being able to edit and really personalize that content is something that not only am I excited about giving our sellers the structure and the support to be able to go deliver, but also something that the sellers are really excited about. And I've already been getting some feedback, even in just the 2 weeks that we've rolled this out to our AE team, coming back and saying, not a like, why are we doing this, but a like, ooh, I've already done everything you've asked. Like, now what's the next step? How can I go do more with this? How can I get more curated? How can I go find new ways of engaging with my prospects? And I think that's the most an enablement person can ask for, is that adoption, and not just adoption, but excitement about the initiatives that we're rolling out. There's probably 2 sides. One is enforcing is not the right word. One is driving the right seller behaviors. That there is equally amount of structure as there is flexibility we want our sellers to be leveraging when we're out working with our buyers. We want them to have their own personality. We want them to be able to adopt based on their experience, but we also have years worth of data around previous sellers and existing sellers within our business that say, hey, here's the best practices that take a deal from start to finish, and how do we get that across the line as effectively as we can? And we want to help provide that structure that helps sellers act on that And that comes from both our content, it comes from the guidance we can provide, it comes from the training and the resources, and then also the actual engagement kind of templates and other factors we think we can kind of provide for those sellers to be able to actually go engage and deliver and work on that content and actually deliver it and execute on it, not just the knowledge side. Good enablement to me is really when a seller understands the steps they not only need to take in the moment to engage with a buyer appropriately and in the most effective way, but also understands what's the next step and the next step. And how do they take a buyer across that journey, across that sales motion? And in a lot of cases now, our buyers have a lot of understanding of what they're looking for. They are more complex buying environments. And in our business, we actually find a lot of cases our buyers may not always know how to manage a buying process themselves. We have sold our solution a whole lot more times than our buyers have bought solutions like ours. And so a lot of what we are really focused on, especially at the moment within our teams, is how do we help guide our buyers through that journey? And how do we equip our sellers to be able to tell the story of our business and our vision and our impact that we can provide, but also help those buyers navigate their own internal teams to get across the finish line to accomplish the goals that they're looking for. And if we can provide that really powerful buyer experience, then I think we've done our job. And I think that, enablement then is the backbone of all that, of how do we then give people the right tools, how do we give people the right knowledge, the right messaging, the right skill sets to really be able to go execute and deliver that journey. I think one of the things that I'm really excited about with Highspot and for sales in general is actually the doors that AI opens. And I know we talked a lot about that today. But it's something we've been exploring, even just within our own enablement team, for the last really year and a half, as we've been seeing the emergence of ChatGPT and other AI features and other platforms. And one of the things that I think is incredible about this is not just the ability for it to reduce the workloads of teams like mine on generating descriptions and helping create content, but I think it also allows a lot of the work of other teams to be translated for sellers in a more nuanced way that's right for them. We can go create 10-page white papers and 5 or 6 page case studies that are really in depth. But often they need it more in their language that they can hop on a call that's happening in 10 minutes and they're prepping for. And what does that mean for them? What does that mean for not just even a readout of what is this case study, but hey, I'm getting ready to hop on with a director of revenue operations. Their team is responsible for commissions. I want to know about what case study would be the right one for me to be able to share with them that's most impactful and relates to the challenges they're going through. And even better, if the tool can summarize for me, what are those 4 points that I need to be talking about? And those are some of the things that I'm really excited about that Highspot is exploring in the future. And as we look at the roadmap and some of the initial pieces that you guys have started pulling together around AI, I think provides a really powerful backbone, both for the enablement teams, but for actually frontline sellers as well, to begin really using the tool in really unique ways and to incorporate it more into their workflow than ever before.